Hi, my name's Herman Blau. I wanted to give a quick explainer video about the workshop that we're doing in Springfield here in a couple of weeks regarding common formative assessments for teachers who stand or feel alone, Algebra 1 edition. Again, well, actually, it's just in 9 days, so it's coming right up. Um, if you come to the Great Educators website, again at www.greateducators.com, click on the Workshops tab and click on Missouri. You'll be able to come and get the information that you need to about how to register and the details that you want um, for the course. Now, what I wanted to do though, real quick, if I could, is to go ahead and tell you just a little bit about the course itself and what we're going to try to accomplish. Again, the issue is that teachers struggle at times to create common formative assessments, especially when they're the only Algebra 1 teacher. And so what we'll do, we'll work on a process to help them to be able to create these assessments that will be useful to them, and they can use it to data team in the future or just to provide information for themselves, frankly. What's really important here, the key, a couple of things. We have a process for each common formative assessment, and that's what we'll work on with the teachers. We'll talk about what high leverage standards are there in Algebra 1, and if we have multiple teachers there, we'll get a real diversity of opinion, and the table's big as we're talking about what are the important things that we're teaching in Algebra 1. That's one of the most important things that the teachers tell me is great about this workshop. At any rate, once we identify a high leverage problem, then we will identify an anchor problem to help us to know what it is that we want kids to accomplish. We'll double check that the standard is measured by the problem, check for rigor of the standard, check for prerequisite skills, co-requisite skills. We'll double check on the end of course blueprint to make sure that it is important also with DESE. Then we'll review the item specification document, and we'll basically just beat the standard up and try and figure out all the different ways that a kid might mess up on that standard. Then we're going to create an assessment using 3 different things. It'll be conceptual understanding, procedural skill and fluency, and application. And then we'll define achievement levels or proficiency scales. Let me show you one example, if I could, of an assessment that might be helpful here. If we go to algebra, for example, here you have a version 1, part 1. This is REIB3, solve a system of linear equations algebraically and or graphically. This was one that some teachers came up with the other day that I was working with. At any rate, part 1 of the test is to test the kids' conceptual understanding. In this case, again, it is simply, do they know the information that they need to know before they can even do what we're going to ask them to do? In this case, it's simply knowing that there are 3 possible solutions to a system of equations. And then part 2, determining how to determine if an ordered pair is a solution in the following system. Again, do they even understand how X and Y works and how to work those equations to make it go? Again, important information there. Version 1, part 2. Now this talks about procedural skill and fluency. And on this test, the teachers decided to see if the kids could solve equations by graphing, if they could solve them by substitution, or if they could solve them by elimination. Now, I've been in some schools where the teachers say they don't care if the kids can do all 3. Perfect. Then in your test, the test that your teacher makes, they might just use one of them. In this case, they wanted to do all 3, and of course they get to do what they want to do. And then they come down and part 3 here, this is the application piece. Now this is, can the student do it when there's context? Sometimes I talk about part 2 being in a clean and sterile environment and part 3 being in a dirty or corrupted environment. Can they still use the knowledge and solve the problem? And so, and you can see down at the bottom of the page here the proficiency scales that were created. Basically, the process that we'll do when we get together for this workshop is we will simply take and create we'll go through the process, we'll create a common formative assessment, working, again, the focus here is on process, not on product, because we want the teachers to go away being able to do this on their own. So far, we've had great results and great reviews from teachers who have participated, and I hope to see teachers from your school that they'll be able to come and participate with us on the 19th in Springfield. So again, in order to register for this workshop, all you have to do is go to greateducators.com. You'll go to workshops, you'll create an account here, and then again, if you'll go to Missouri, you would simply click on register here for the Springfield event. And again, we hope to see a bunch of your teachers there. Thank you.